Hello everybody, welcome to my first stream. I'm going to wait for a couple people to join in. We'll be doing a 1964 D roll. It's a roll I've had for 20 years I think. There's the roll right there, and I obviously found RPM number 2 in this rolls. I think I bought 20 of them years back. Do we have anybody joined up yet? We'll give it a couple more minutes and then I will get started here. All right, I'm going to open this roll and get moving. And hey, Gold Dog. Hey, thanks, Marshall. It'll get easier as I go along, I'm sure. I always had a problem when I used to have to speak to crowds and everything, but this seems to be a little bit different. But I'm going to go ahead and open this roll. Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, Parvis. All right, Marshall. Good, good, good. Well, I'm open. Come on. There we go. Hopefully we don't lose this a bunch. Like I said, we got a strong thunderstorm moving through right now, and it just started. No warning. Welcome to Florida. But let me straighten these coins out here. And we'll try to get this show on the road. All right, always a problem. So how's everybody doing today? Hey, Joe McBride. Hey, it's good to see you here. But we will get the show rolling right about now. But our first coin goes to Stephen A. And we will take this out and... Ooh, sure, and look at that. I think that's right away, an RPM number 2. Let me turn this light down a little bit. Go in. Oh, that could be just a black spot. Yeah, I think so, because that's a pretty dramatic RPM if I remember right. We will roll along and look at the other parts of the coin. Like I said, the last time I went through one of these rolls was, according to my notes, 1999. So I couldn't tell you what was in it, and I can tell you that I probably didn't search it for doubled dies. This is my first reveal, Joe. It's going to be a learning curve, and I'm excited to do it. We're doing reveal E001, and it's a 1964 D original wrapped roll. All right, coin number 1 looks to be normal. So we will, gonna have to fix that too. And coin number 2 goes to Ant. And Ant gets, looks to be a normal mint mark. We're looking on a 64D for RPMs. The DDOs will be bar L type DDOs, maybe some eyelids. And I believe there are a couple nice DDRs for the date. And of course, after I'm done on the scope, I will take the glass to these again, in case I missed something. I have never searched on a scope before about 2 months ago. I've only just photographed stuff, and I've always searched through a loop. Looks like we're having a normal coin on the obverse. So has anybody found anything good in their searches lately? Got some machine doubling on this coin. One more normal coin. Oh, and that one was for Carl. Got to get used to that too. Coin number 4 goes to Wanda. And coin number 4, well, I am not sure about that. Let's see. That right there looks like it's possibly an RPM to the east. I'm going to get my handy dandy copper coins app out. That's what we need to do, is get an app for the phone so you can just get it up. But I'm sure that's a lot of work that we don't know how to do, or at least not me. Let's see. Anybody got copper coins up for the date? Working and listening. Hey, Taco John, how you doing? Let's see here. I do not see this, but I am going to hold this aside to take a better look at it. I'm looking at right. Oh, you can't see my cursor, I don't think. Down the center of the D. Looks like there's a horizontal or a vertical line. But I will check that out closer, because there are actually a couple that are like that, but not anything I see right offhand. So we will move on with the back and try to remember. Let's see what we got. Crossing hatches on the 1-9 right underneath it. So that should be easy if we see those again to check the mint mark. I'm gonna back out a little bit. All right. Nothing on the United. 1 cent looks good. Oh, you did see the cursor on my copy of what was showing. It didn't see the cursor. Good. I'm glad about that. I'll use that more. And I'm going to hold this aside to double check it. But we will keep an eye out on that one. Coin number 5 goes to Mary. See what Mary gets here. Looks like a regular mint mark. Sharpen it up a bit. I'm trying to make it where the light hits the L a little better here, because that's where most of the double dies for 64D are, if I'm not mistaken. Lighten that up a little bit. Onto the reverse. We will probably look at most of the reverses here unless we find a die that we know doesn't have something on it. Another normal die there. Coin number 6 goes to Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder gets, looks, normal RPM. We can also look, if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple double dies right at the 4 right here. In here. This doesn't seem to have that. Of course, I could be wrong because I'm working from memory too. That looks like I'm going to have to take a peek at that with the loop when I get this coin off. Because that's the second one of these I've seen. Ah, United looks good. Yeah, let me take a... Oh, look at that, no loop. I'm going to put this one aside, and if I find it to be something, I'll go back through and pull all the other ones out, because that looked interesting. But I think it's just a blemish on the die. All right. Oh, coin number 7 goes to Carl. And Carl gets what is a normal mint mark. Let me turn this off. Don't get a phone call for a month, and I get 3 of them in the last 10 minutes. I'll just do this, turn it right off. Nothing in the eye or in trust. United looks good. And this one looks normal. Coin number 8 goes to Malcolm. Hey EJ, how you doing today? Haven't found anything yet. We found a possible RPM to the east, but I've got to do some more research on it. All right, let me turn that down. Some of these coins are really bright. Nothing on Liberty. Looks like some dye abrasion on this one. Later dye state. All right, coin number 9 goes to Chuck Patillo. And this is a different dye yet again. I looks good and the T's look good. All right, United looks good. I've got some good markers on the back of this one. Just need to find ourselves something but markers. I think eventually during the reveals I'm going to start drawing and giving away something from this year, you know, the year coming up. I've just got to get some sort of chips to number 1 through 50. And that way somebody will get something, even if it is a bum roll where there's nothing in it. Coin number 10 goes to Thomas Murphy. Thomas Murphy gets a normal coin. And like I said, I will be looking at, this is the one that's got that little, I think that is, I've got to get a loop and look at this because it's going to drive me crazy. That's the third one I've seen. Oh, there it is, right here. It is here. When I pull this off the scope. There was nothing on the back of these. So if we see this again after I look at it with the loop, I will probably not look at the reverse of the coin. Let me take a peek at this. That is a heavy die gouge. All right, at least we put that to sleep. And I can pull this one back off because this is penny hoarders and that had the same thing. Yep. Coin number 11 is for Jim Fletcher. And Jim Fletcher gets no RPM. Date looks good. Now this, I'm not sure I'm going to hold this out because this has got one of those little tails right here to take a peek at. I do, Parvis. There's a couple of them. The one that I thought is an RPM, I've looked for. I've got markers on that, and I will probably get markers on this because this is the first one that I've seen like this. It's minor, and I'm not sure how we're listing these. I know that John Wexler's got a few of this type listed, and we have some, but they're usually more prominent than this. And what I'm looking at is right there coming out of the T. But I'm going to hold this aside to take a peek and see if I can find anything on it. All right, let's see what we have on the reverse here. Let me see if I can find a marker for this one too. I guess I should have did that before I flipped it. We have die scratch from P and pluribus down through the N, and from the A in states through the L. That's one. Let's see if we can find one in the front. Oh, just right there. The die scratch is coming out of the D. All right, but I'm going to hold this aside so we can evaluate it, and I can get a glass on it and really see what it looks like. Coin number 12 goes to Sissy. And I see nothing on the mint mark. Some sort of die dent by the B of Liberty. Kind of interesting. Everything else, let's get a shot of the eye, and that looks good. United looks good. Hey Angie, how you doing? There's going to be an auction Tuesday for you, and there will be another reveal sale tonight. I think I'm going to be offering 2 rolls up for next week. Will be a 59D original bank wrap from Federal Reserve of Minneapolis and a 61D from Federal Reserve of San Francisco. All right, got nothing showing on this one. So a normal coin for Sissy. Coin number 13 goes to Stephen A. Stephen A gets looks to be normal, a little later die state than most of the coins, even though most of the coins have been oh, what's that? A scratch. Ooh, God, I got all excited. You know, every time I find something, I've been searching for well over 20 years, and every time I find something, I get excited. Yeah, the roll was rolled up at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, EJ. After they quit making coins there, they still got coins from Denver. Normal coin for Steven. Coin 14 is to Parvis. Parvis gets... Oh, come on. Man, I don't know why I wrote that. I'm relatively certain I wouldn't have wrote it on there if these rolls didn't have that in it. Oh, got some toning on this one. I will. I have everything I found. I will rub the cursor over it when I find something. There's only been 2 coins so far that I've seen something on, and the one is, I think, a real minor double die with like the little nipple coming off the T. Normal coin for Parvis. Yeah, my wife, she thinks I'm nuts. Every time I find, she says, "Oh, did you find something good?" And this coin is for Chuck Daughtrey. And it's like, yeah. And she says, "Was it the big one?" And it's like, no. It's just like a small little split serif. And she goes, "Oh." But I still get excited. And then take a peek at the eye. The eye looks good. Yeah, this right here, Parvis, this is machine doubling. On the right on the lower bar. Hey, Aunt, how you doing? Not too bad. Excited to get doing some of these reveals. God, I've been watching Chuck do them for so long. It's like, I don't know. My week's not complete unless I see some of them. And now to do them, it's kind of satisfying in its own way. Nothing on the mint mark or date. This is the die that has the die gouge next to the L. So we know that this won't be anything. But I will look quickly anyways, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, guess I didn't turn the chip over. Kelly Ray. That coin was for Kelly Ray. That's been the hardest part so far, is remembering to turn the flips over. Coin 17's for Ronald. And Ronald gets one of the later die state coins. Doesn't look to have anything on it. It doesn't. This is the one that's got the die blemished by the I and the B. Oh, nice. There's a lot of nice double die obverses in 1936. And in AU, some of those are worth some money. All right, we got nothing on the reverse here for Ronald. I'll recognize those the next time we're through. Coin 18 goes to Chris Daughtrey. Chris Daughtrey gets no RPM. This is the same die, I'm pretty sure, from last time, from the last coin. Let's go right here. Oh, maybe not. I don't see the die scratches there. This is a lot later die state. That coin 18, that was for Chris. Coin 19 is for Ronald again. Ronald gets normal mint mark. Yeah, and it's different for me because I've never used a microscope to search. So it's kind of, ooh, look at the die crack there. I don't have muscle memory when it comes to it. I've got to learn that. Using a loop, I can whip through a roll of coins real fast. A matter of fact, when I do the reveals, I can whip through 10, 15 rolls of reveals, or the 16 rolls of reveals real quick, like in one morning. And it takes me the other 10 days to take pictures and get them all packaged up. All right, this is the die from 2 coins ago. I can tell by the die scratches through E pluribus. Yeah, I've always been one of these people that search coins, that get in a recliner and turn the TV on and just start searching coins. All right, regular coin for Ronald. I've gotten to, with photographs and everything packaged up, to the 49D roll that Chuck sent me in the reveals. Matter of fact, I mailed your package this morning, Angie. Next coin is for Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder gets a normal coin. This, I believe, will be the same coin as the last, the same die as the last. And it isn't. Well, I'm not good at that like Chuck. He picks them right out. I'll do my best, Parvis. I'll help you any way I can. When it comes to knowledge, I'm not Chuck, but I'm pretty good on varieties, especially RPMs. When I first started collecting, I didn't actually look for doubled dies. I mean, if I found the big ones, I kept them, but I never really looked for them. I was mainly an RPM person. We've seen this die before. I think I looked at this one twice. Sitting here blabbing. Nothing yet, Otis. And this roll had a label on it that it included RPM 2s inside. And I have another probably 5 or 10 rolls in the box like it. And according to my notes, I bought these in 1999. So I bought them 23 years ago. So a normal coin for penny hoarder. So hopefully we find one, because RPM 2 is actually a pretty nice double die, or a pretty nice RPM. All right, we do, looks like, have a upper split serif on this one. We do. Right here, you can see it. This is not RPM 2. It looks like there's even a lower split serif. That with this light angle I'm not going to be able to pick up, but a very minor split serif for sure. That's fun though. I also have to find a way to level the head on my microscope, because it doesn't sit parallel with the base. This nope, I don't think so. Nope. All right, I thought I saw a little T there again. But we will flip it, check the back. I still think I'm in a little too deep. There we go. Haven't seen this reverse yet, so I'm kind of going slow through it. Oh, struck through. Not a bad one either. I've got to get my lighting fixed on this. Like I said, it's going to be a learning curve. My lighting is just a little bit different from Chuck's. It works really good. Oh, we got a nice marker there too. It works really good for pictures, but it shows a lot of reflection when you use a flat surface. My coins are probably tilted 2 degrees when I take pictures. So we'll hold this one out. Oh, and this was for Jim Fletcher. Next coin is for Crispy. Come on, Crispy. And we got nothing for Crispy. Let me turn that light down a little bit. Nothing on. Oh, that's one of them. Same one right there. Let me double check that. It sure is. There it is right there. The same die that we got the last time. Got the die scratches through the 1/9. Checking to see if there was anything like he had a strike through on his. Looks normal. What is my best find? You know, this is going to sound funny to you, but I probably don't have a best find, because I just get thrilled when I find anything. Oh, what would be my best find? I would say, as far as something that was just a random find in like a coin show, I found a 1925 S RPM 3 in like MS63. In this hobby, well, not necessarily. A lot of people that do this harvest collect coins as for themselves. You know, they collect a graded collection. I used to have a full collection of Franklins and Roosevelts and all the modern coins. I don't anymore. I do have quite a few still. I used to have a graded set of Franklins that I don't have anymore. And let's see. In the back, this has got nothing on it. We've seen this die before. The scratch in the U and under the L. I'll take a quick spin around. Yeah, that's how I think. They're all good. You know, there's some that I don't list that are minor. And the reason that I don't list them isn't because they're minor. It's because there's literally no markers. And if I don't think you can attribute it, there's really no reason to list it, in my opinion. If you know you have 200 coins that could be the same coin listed, and it's one little baby split serif on the bottom, I will list them when they have markers, even if they're minimal. If I think that somebody can look at the website and say, wow, this is the coin I got because it's got this scratch and it's got this little die ding or whatever in it, then I will list it. There is a ton of 61Ds that have split serifs, and they have absolutely no marker material on them. I've got rolls of them, and they're different. So when I see them with markers, I list them. And also, another rule of thumb is I think that you should be able to see it with a 10x loop. I don't think you should have to use a 75x microscope to see something. It does make it easy to take pictures and stuff, though. Even though I think I'm only at about 25x here. Matter of fact, it's almost too big. Normal coin for Carl, halfway through the roll. I'm slow. I have to get this down. But I don't care. Next coin is for Ant. I actually enjoy talking to you guys, so. And we have nothing on the D here. Nothing on the date. Nothing on Liberty. I'll have to take a peek at that. I think that's just a little dent in the die. Yeah. Yeah, you know, Parvis, the loop, do you go to the ophthalmologist? He can probably recommend a loop for you, but I would not go above a 10x loop to look if you've got eye problems. Because I think it can cause more eye problems. I'm not a doctor, but I've always heard people say that if you use a strong loop, it can cause eye issues. Yeah, that's why the markers are there, Angie. So people can say, wow, this looks so close. So I'm going to look at this part of my coin and make sure this is there. All right, we have nothing on this for Ant. Coin 26 for Parvis. All right, Parvis, let's see what we can get you. And no repunch mint mark. I'm going to be disappointed if there's no RPM 2 in this. All right, nothing on the top. As a matter of fact, this is a nothing because we got the heavy die scratch right here is the marker through pluribus. So I don't even have to look any further on this to know that it's normal. Coin 27 is for Ronald, and Ronald gets a normal coin. Pretty sure. Of course, I've said that 3 times. That I think this is the same die as the last one, because we'll check E pluribus, and it isn't. Well, I'm batting 1,000 today. Right? That would be neat. I can remember, like, when certain things came out, they'd say, "Oh, if Ohio, they're in Ohio," and everybody would go to Ohio to try to get rolled coins. Now it's just a challenge getting rolled coins. I don't know about you guys. My bank will give me a few rolls at a time, and that's it. Next coin up is for Malcolm. And Malcolm gets no RPM. Date looks normal. Everything looks good there. Boy, it is thundering here. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I'm surprised my dogs aren't crying. Is there any memorial dates you guys would like to see reveals on? I literally have tons and tons of bank wrapped rolls. Coin 29 is for Chuck Daughtrey. Chris gets... Alright, he gets one of the coins that has the line. Or what I think is the line. Let's see. It's just too bright. Let's see if I can turn that back a little bit. It is right here. You see right there, Parvis? Yeah, I'm only a couple hours south of you, Parvis, so it's probably running up the same way. So I'm going to hold this out and double check that and see what that is. There is crossing die scratches all through the fields around it, so it could just be a well-placed die scratch. But knowing that, we know that the reverse had nothing on it. But I'm going to hold this out anyways. Coin number 30 is Kelly Ray. How'd that happen? Got my tag upside down. And Kelly Ray gets a normal mint mark. And after I get done with these reveals, I'm going to work on packing. I'm trying to get the first 16 rolls done that Chuck brought me when he come and visited. He brought me 22 rolls, I think, from the reveals. So I'm going to try and get the first 16 done and mailed. Then I'll start working on the next ones. And I've just finished. I don't have them here. Oh, here they are, right here. I just finished reveal 443 as far as going through and photographing and everything I had to do. My wife loves that I'm doing this for him now because I don't bug her when she crafts. She's a big quilter. And I used to always say, well, you want to go out to eat? You want to do this? You want to go to the beach? You want to... Now she says, oh, I'm going to craft. And it's like, okay. Coin 31 goes to Wanda. Just got to go through rolls, Angie. You will get used to it. And my advice is, if you're going through BU rolls for the first little while, don't get rid of them right away. Do it for 6 months and then look at the rolls again, because I can tell you that I searched rolls that I searched back in the 90s, early 90s, just a couple years back, and of course, all the RPMs were out of them, but there was double dies in that I didn't even miss, and they were ones that kind of stuck right out. Like 1943 PRP, or double die number 1. And that 9's pretty fat. All right, this is normal date, normal mint mark. This is the one that's got the die blemish by the L. So we've seen this die before. So I'm not going to look at the reverse of this because we know that it's a normal coin. Next coin is from Malcolm. Come on. So yeah, I'm going to have Chuck order me these 50 poker chips that I can number 1 through 50, and then I'm going to start eventually giving a coin away every time I do a reveal. Like if I do a 60D roll, I'll give a 60D RPM away as a giveaway. And we've seen this coin before, the die scratch or the die crack above VDB. So this coin will be, see, and you can see right there, that's from my deck not being the same height or the same or parallel with my base. Part of the frame will be out of focus, so I've got to go through the center. I've got to find out how to do that. There's like no information, and everybody I know that's bought these scopes, they've came leveled, and when I called Amscope, they were like, oh, you just got to level it, it's easy. Like, well, some directions would be nice. I'm good at following directions that I used to write directions for a living. All right, this one is a nothing because here's the die marker right across the U. So we know that there's nothing abnormal or nothing that we are looking for on the back of this coin. Coin 33 goes to Jim Fletcher, and Jim Fletcher gets a normal mint mark. Looks normal on the date. Looks normal on Liberty. Circulated coins can be challenging, especially when they got all that gunk on them. Even though I search circulated coins, the only reason I do is when I go to the bank and buy rolls, like 4 rolls at a time. I'm just doing it so they go through their rolls so they might get a roll of new coins. And I pull copper out, and I don't know why I do. I'm just one of those guys. All right, nothing for Jim Fletcher. Coin number 34 goes to Crispy. Crispy gets normal mint mark, normal date, I haven't seen this die yet, so I kind of want to get a good look at. I thought that was a little thick, but I think it's just me. I'm seeing things. Getting this want to see and want to find. Yeah, I'm a copper freak. I have a hard time searching the shield sense. I force myself to search a roll every week, and I just got 10 rolls while Chuck was here that I'm going to search through. And I'm actually going to search through one of those tonight after I eat dinner. Actually, I got to do the reveal thing tonight, so after I do the reveal show. Got some machine doubling here, Parvis. This is machine doubling right inside the C here. You see how it's like, if you were to put a C, the rail C would go right around here and in here. When you have machine doubling, it kind of takes away from that dimension. There's some 2022D was a 2021D. I think there was some good die cuds and stuff. A real good progression on that. I don't get many decents here, so I don't search many decents. And they're hard to search because there's not a lot in there. Even though they say now that they are finding these class 9 double dies on the top of the shield, the horizontal bars. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet, but I haven't seen a whole lot of them. So, all right, Angie, we will see you soon. See you tonight at the reveal show. All right, we got nothing on the D, nothing in the date. Liberty is good in check the eye. Looks good. Yeah, there's a lot of the die breaks on the shields. Boy, there is a couple nice ones. That 2015P, oh, a nice die break on the column 12. That 2015P double die reverse was seriously good. Coin 36 for Mary. Mary gets nothing on In God We Trust. There it is. Lost it for a second. Hey, Bo Palmer. How you doing today? Coin 37 goes to Wanda, and Wanda gets normal mint mark, normal on the eye. I think I got to get a better holder for the coin here too. Normal reverse for Wanda. Coin 38 goes to Stephen A. And Stephen A gets normal mint mark and date, normal Liberty, normal trust, normal 1 cent, all right, that looks normal. Coin number 39 is Taco John. See what Taco John gets. He's got a normal mint mark, normal date, Liberty, trust, and I. And this one we know is a normal reverse from the die marker in the U. That's why I've kind of been starting up there, because a lot of the coins have had that, and it speeds things along a little bit. Coin 40 is for Sissy. Sissy gets normal mint mark, normal on the date, normal through United. There's a nice marker right there, that little die crack on the tip of the left base. The next roll we'll be doing will be a 2020p, and I'll probably end up taking a few minutes between here, but I'll probably start it up before 3 o'clock. All right, normal here. On the date and mint mark. Oh, see right here. We don't even have to flip it. This is the one that's got that die gouge right on the L. Here's what I'm looking at, Parvis, if you're still here. Right here. That's been on about 6 coins we've looked at so far. Does the 64D have anything in the 4? I think there are some varieties on the 4. Hey, Coin Junkie, I will look at all these under a glass, and I'm much more accurate under a glass, even though I don't miss much under the scope now. I do always double check everything. I double check everything that Chuck sends me too. And while I don't find much, I have found things in the past that we've missed. All right. Nothing down here. One looks good. Cent looks good. We found a couple minor RPMs, Coin Junkie. And we've seen this die before because of the die scratch on the S. That was one of the ones earlier on in the roll. Coin 42 is for Taco John. And Taco John gets a normal coin. I know this from the die mark from these die scratches. Boy, there's all sorts of copper chips and stuff on this coin. The roll was labeled that it had RPM 2 on it, which means when I searched these 20 years ago, the other rolls that were like it, I found RPM 2 in the roll. I got about five more rolls like it. But I just figured this would be a good one to start because it would have something in it. And it didn't have what I thought it had, or at least it hasn't so far. A regular coin for Taco John. Coin 43 goes to Chuck Daughtrey. And Chuck Daughtrey gets... All right, this one might be an RPM. I'm going to have to take a closer look at this. It could be. See how we've got crossing die scratches right here by the date and mint mark? There's a little line that's going up right there. I've got to check out. Let's see if I can get in a little bit better. Right there. This is the third one of these. So I'm going to pull this out and check it. As a matter of fact, I think Chris, yeah, you got 2 of those. Very cool. Hopefully it turns out to be something. I'm not at the point of guaranteeing it. Coin number 44 goes to Carl. And Carl gets a regular coin. Recognize this coin too. This is one that has the die gouge by the L. So this is just going to be a normal coin. We know this from the die scratches in that. So I'm not even going to look at the reverse because we know that the reverse is normal on those. Coin number 45 goes to Parvis. All right, well that's interesting. That's a different coin than we've seen totally, and that is an RPM. And I think that's different from the last one, but it's got a hit on it. So if I can't attribute it, I probably won't list it because you kind of have to have a clean mint mark to really list it. But hopefully I can identify it and at least stick it. See right there, you can see it real good. Right up here. And that might be the same as the ones that we have here. Nope, it is not. So that is another different die. So we will look through this whole coin. Oh, it looks good. Trust looks good. Let me turn it so I can get a reflection in the eye. And the eye looks good. Hey, Paul Hampton, how you doing today? Did you watch Donnie Wayne's video, Paul Hampton, where he ate that chip? Looks like he didn't like it. All right, we got nothing on the back of this. So coin number 46 goes to Sissy. And Sissy gets a normal coin. And the eye, let me see if I can, there we go. Nothing in the eye. All right, let's see. Scratch, no. States looks good. So are there any memorial dates you guys want to see reveals done on? I will mostly be doing reveals on memorial cents in probably late 50s wheat cents. I do have earlier rolls, but I'm going to let Chuck do those. And if he needs me to fill in, I'll probably do some of the earlier stuff I have then. But if there's any dates you want, like say the 50s, 60s, you know, late 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, let me know. I'm pretty sure I got just about every date in OBW. All right. Oh, this coin is for Penny Hoarder. And Penny Hoarder gets what looks to be a normal coin. The ones with extra pillars So you're talking about late 90s into the 2000s. Are you talking about the early 90s where they have the pillars in the back on the sides, like 93D and stuff like that? Or are you talking about the ones that got the pillars in by the statue? The earlier ones. All right. I can probably do some of those one day. $61D, RPM number 1. I'm actually going to be doing a $61D roll this week. And I've got a lot of bank wrapped $61D rolls. I probably got 200 or 300 of them. And I've owned them for most of them for 20 years plus. A later die state reverse here. As a matter of fact, in the box that I have for reveal rolls that I just randomly pulled, I think there's a half dozen different 61D rolls in there. And I know that I've pulled them. RPM number 1, I want to say, came from the rolls. Every time I've got them, they've been from the Fed Reserve Bank of Kansas City. I'll have to look at my notes on that. I've got them in tubed rolls before, and I've got them in a bag before, but I've only got them out of rolls a couple times, and if I remember right, they came out of Federal Reserve of Kansas City rolls. Coin 48 is for Kelly Ray. And Kelly Ray gets, and I've always found them with the same RPMs, and they always have concurring die states. So like when I found RPM number 1, I've always found 2, 4, 47, and then like 1mm 72 or 74 in the bag that I had them. In every roll, I've always found the same RPMs. That's why when I find rolls that just have 47 and 4 in it, I'm always skeptical. But you get them and they look good. It's sometimes it's hard to tell. I mean, it's possible that you can get rolls with missing one, as other when all the other rolls always have them. All right. After this, we are going to do a 2020 roll. See if we can't find a 1D03 in them. Every roll I've opened from this bank has had it, and I've got like 50 rolls from the bank, so I'm assuming this one will have it too. But as you can see, I was pretty sure this roll had something in it, and it's not in it. So I guess you never know. I guess they wouldn't call it hunting if you got it every time, right? See you, Paul Hampton. I'll be back on in about 15 minutes with a new reveal if you're up for it. All right, this one looks to be a normal coin too. And on the reverse, we have different die than I normally see. All right. Oh, I'm seeing things. All right, good. That was all I needed to do. I thought I saw doubling on that N, but it was just a shadow. thought that was a die that I knew already. All right, nothing on coin 49. And the last and final coin goes to Taco John. And Taco John gets a normal coin. I recognize the north-south die scratches. See, this is the coin with the die gouge on the L. So that's it, finishing up the first roll. It was exciting, and I'm glad you guys joined me. The coin 49 was crispy. And I will be back. I'm going to get a drink, let my dogs out, and I will be back, and I will probably start the next reveal around 2 o'clock. So I hope to see everybody there. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I want to thank you for joining me. It was exciting. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.